Righto, these are the trades I took yesterday, full porting my funded account. I ended up losing around $430 today. And I actually want to break these down for myself because I want to learn what happened. So there was just a bit of news that I didn't really care about. And then it was Monday, so trading the opening gap has been pretty good the past couple weeks, but it was very slightly bearish, not much moves, 2 pips, and on GU there was literally nothing. So the bias going into market open was kind of bullish because, not particularly on GU, because this had a good New York session and then didn't do much Asia session, actually came up. So bullish both pairs. But GU didn't have any highs to target, it didn't have Asia highs. It only had this hourly high, which I could have taken a trade off, but I didn't really want to because GU was looking good to the upside. Having this up move and then coming down a lot, filling all of it. And then pre-market breaking up to the upside, forming a fair value gap above the highs. That made me want to go bullish on EU. And it actually had an Asia high to target as well. But I probably should have seen GU and been a bit more careful, because looking back on it, bullish, and just destroyed to the downside. 4 hour is also bullish. I've been following the 4 hour trend and going on stuff of the 1 hour, 5 minute, 1 minute. It's been pretty good. And because I only had $60 on my funded, I basically had to full port it. I can put a screenshot up, because if I went below, it was 6%. On the funded, so if I went below 6%, which was 600, I would have lost it. So on the 10K, if that made sense at all. So if I was gonna lose it anyway, I may as well, the next trade I take, just full port it, and hopefully it hits. I would have made like $1,000 if it hit. Still not even enough to pass it. But I guess because I was too excited to full port it, I took a trade very early, and I wrote it down in my journal, like, I'm probably not being patient, but 5 minute equilibrium fair value gap, smacked that. Then on the 1 minute, all it was got some up moves in versus gap. Probably could have entered there, but that's 9 minutes into opening, so waited a little bit and then broke structure on this candle, and then price literally entered me all the way up here, and I had one entry all the way down here, so I just chucked it in the middle of there. Stop loss there, and then take profit doesn't even matter because that did not get hit. And this was the trade I full ported and lost me $330. And then I took another trade because I saw the bias flipping around. And that is one thing that I did right yesterday, was finding the bearish bias, but I wasn't able to profit off of it, sadly. Man, I'm gonna make a reel out of this video, and I keep thinking of good things to say for the reel. Just gotta speak normally. I'm getting in my own head a bit. Anyway, once the 5 minute broke structure on EU and inversed all of these gaps, GU was also moving down. I realized that I could take it off this sweep of liquidity here, of Asia high, and also in this equilibrium area. So got a 5-minute retrace into equilibrium and a 1-minute break-in structure down here. Got a good entry, and then this trade lost me around $90. So basically 100, 330, 430 on the day. This was on a different account, but yeah, gonna have to buy another 10K challenge. And also, this was literally my friend's account basically, because he gave me some money to buy funded, and yeah, full ported it. Went a bit wrong, but it is what it is. Now, this trade, I got the bias right, and it only went, let's see, basically 2 pips above my stop loss. But I'm not sure that was a good entry here. Yeah, especially trading at 630. So, I'm not sure if it's because 5-minute had big up moves in versus gap. And maybe I should have, even if I wait for something, there was probably still entries within there. I think this trade was a good loss. The first trade I should have waited and been patient. And on GU, there was literally nothing. It just kept moving up all the way up here. So I'm not totally sure why that one lost. Yeah. Maybe because GU didn't have a great liquidity sweep. EU's liquidity sweep was also a bit kind of forced by me. We went all the way up above Asia High, disrespecting them. It was basically off of this equilibrium, which I don't really want to be trading. So I could have just kept all my money to myself today instead of donating it to the markets. Probably didn't need to take either of these trades. Both were a bit forced and impatient. Could have just known that the buy is bearish, but unlikely I can profit off of it on my plan. But anyways, today's a new day. Get a trade with not a new account yet. I may actually purchase one. I might wait for a discount. That's what I might do. Buy another funded, and then once I pass them, start making some big moolah. And yeah, that was the trades. Got the bias right, but no profit, sadly. If you liked, subscribe and hit the like button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.